Hey, how you guys doing today? This your boy, Stone Thug, music artist, and coming back to you with a new video today. This video, we will entitle God is Better Than Man. Excuse me. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff in this room, and it's dusty. So, what can I say? But anyway, forgive me for that. But the name of the title, as you can see, is called God is Better Than Man. And I wanted to make it because there's a lot of people who don't know a lot about God, and they don't know a lot about life either. But they do have strong opinions on God and who God is and what God is all about. So I thought since they did, it'd be better to bring a little knowledge, a little more knowledge or enlightenment to what you think about God and comparing him to man. Now, for some of you, that's a ridiculous concept because you think, well, man is a physical being. You can see him, you can smell him, you can touch him, you can, and God is, for a lot of people, just a theory, a thought, a concept. You can't touch him, you can't feel him, you can't smell him, taste him. And for a lot of people, it's just a philosophy of thought, a concept, less than a twinkling star, more, less tangible than a star. For some people, they think of God that way. And they are entitled to think of God any way they want because God is the most liberal beings there is. I mean, he's not a dictator. If he was, he would make himself known 100% to everybody, and he would say, do thus and so. And it wouldn't be like it is now with the Bible and strong recommendations. It'd be like you do it or you fall off a cliff. Now you might say, well, he says if you don't do it, you go to hell. If you don't do it, your life won't be prosperous. If you don't do it, XYZ. If you don't do it, etc., etc., etc. Well, that's true. As parents, give recommendations, strong recommendations to their children, their loved ones. We in society have rules and guidelines for do's and don'ts, norms and things of that nature. We have red lights and things of that nature, and you can go through a red light if you like. Most of the time, probably nothing will happen. But if you keep going through a red light, well, it could be bad for you. So rules sometimes play a very important part of this world that we live in. So if we believe that there's a God, if there's someone out there who we believe in, and you don't believe in anything, well, this really wouldn't be more than just an interesting conversation to you because you don't believe in anything. Or maybe you do believe in, something other than what I believe in. And that's cool too. Some people believe in their family. You should believe in your family. Some people believe in their loved ones. You should believe in your loved ones. Some people believe in their friends. You should believe in them. Even though those people can disappoint you. As some of you think God can disappoint you. But if you believe, then basically that's why I'm making this video for believers. Non-believers, I hope it's just an interesting thought for you, or just something more to think about. But the reason why, and to get to the point, why I believe that God is better than man, or mankind, is because mankind is very, very, very good at one thing in particular. Yes, they're good at advancements in science and art and technology and things of that nature. Nano particles and, different creating algorithms and understanding the cosmos and all those things. The study of black holes and white holes and space, nebula, and dark matter. All sorts of things. Man is an incredible species that is far-reaching in his thoughts and concepts about life and things of that nature. But the one thing that man is the absolute best in, out of all the technology that man does incorporate in his everyday lifestyle and creates on a daily basis, the one thing that man does better than anything else is destroy, wipe out, punish. Man is extremely gifted at being bad. Very, very, very bad. Now, that's not for all men. Overall, on a daily basis, I think men do tremendous good. Tremendous good. Just speaking to your neighbor, waking up, smiling, making things like this device that we're on right now, creating things that mankind need, like glasses, sunglasses, guitars, clothes. There's a tremendous amount of good that man has done. Man is, or should I say has, incredible potential to do so much more good. But he consistently does evil. He consistently does bad. Think about bad things. Think about worse things, should I say. And when I compare that to God and my outlook or my take on God, which is someone who has a book that's hard to read, which is someone who has a book full of drama. It appears to be even incomplete, that has, to many, contradictions. A God that really you can't just call and point and say, do this, do that. It takes his own sweet time doing things. A God who I just don't agree with all the time. A God that's, well, face it, he let people talk a lot of mess about him. He don't put his foot down when you think he should. And then back to that book that we call the Bible. Drama, drama, drama. It doesn't make Christians look good. But God always did like a mystery. And the Bible, I always enjoyed reading a drama. So, it appears, I know, to some of you, to be a waste of time believing in God. To be a waste of energy looking up and saying, thank you. Or, I can use a hand. But I assure you that God is so much better than man. Yeah, on the side of the road, you get there, you stay there long enough. I do believe that someone will come and pick you up if your car breaks down. It might be the boogeyman, but I believe someone will come. I believe there's enough of mankind where we want to help people. We want to trust our fellow man. We want to reach out, extend. But all too often, we don't do that. And more so than not, even though it's more mankind on earth than ever before, we seem so much more divided, afraid, fearful, angry, doubtful, distrusting of each other. And at this rate, all the technology in the world won't be able to help us from destroying ourselves. But in the end, if we continually destroy the ozone, the Everglades, the glaciers, and species continue, the water levels rise, the oceans, and ultimately, like I said before, ourselves. In the end, when all the smoke is cleared, God will be standing. When the dust from our bones are forgotten, God will remain. The last word spoken and the first word spoken will be from Him. So, I don't know if that helped any of you. It sure made me feel pretty good saying it. That God is better than man. And one more thing. Some of you think, well, if God was so great, with this current trend that we're on right now, you know, we always have a trend. Feed the homeless. Adopt a black baby. Loving rap music, hating rap music, loving country music. Everybody's patriotic, wave a flag. We get on these kicks. And this thing right now about gays. And God thinking, people, should I say, thinking that God hates gays. Let me tell you something about God and gays. God doesn't hate gays. God loves everybody. And just to be clear, what is a gay? There's no such thing. All you have in this world are people and animals of different kinds, different sorts. Gays are not from the planet Mars. They're just people. People with some very, very freaky ideas. And that's their business. And God do not hate people that have different ideas. God has strong recommendations. And you might be thinking, Stone Thug, you're being silly now. You're starting to sound like the Pope. You guys are getting more and more clever. Is it because you're more accepting? Or is it because you have come to our side of thinking? No. What it is that gays, just like any other group that call themselves whatever, blacks, Asian skinheads, just a group of people. They got their own ideas. People come in packages sometimes. And there's a group of people, the flavor of the week, that are gays. And people think, well, God can't be nice because God don't like gays. But you see, what you don't understand about God and homosexuals is that God and gays is a conflict of interest. See, if you don't believe in God or you don't believe in anything, then you don't believe in anything. But if you believe in God, when it comes to gays, it's like me buying a car to go to Vegas that won't start. Now you're saying, oh, I'm being silly. No, it's like buying a vacuum cleaner that don't pick up. It's like buying a dishwasher that doesn't cut on. God created man to replenish the earth, to repopulate the earth, because people are dying every day. Man's number one function outside of worshiping God is to repropagate, to reproduce. The concept of homosexuality and gays, that's some man-made stuff. That's what men want to do. That's their choice. But you can't get a salute or a hand clap from God because you picked a choice that is contrary to God's plan for your life. So God doesn't hate gays or any other group. He has strong recommendations for mankind. He has a perfect plan. Get married, to have children, to reproduce, and to keep the species going. So never let anybody trick you to think that God is against anybody. God isn't against nobody. He's not against skinheads. He's not against Bloods and Crips, the Hatfields and the McCoys, the Republicans and Democrats. He's not against East and the West, West Side, East Side. God is not into that. He loves everybody. You got good people in all those groups, black, white, and everything in between. And then you got diabolical people in all of those groups. And God loves them all. But he has a plan. And if you follow that plan, that makes him happy. Peace. This your boy Stone Thug.